So y'all are most likely questioning, what am I reading today? Well, I mostly read Clance things, and I was looking for a Clance one, but then I found these two fairy tale sleepover fanfictions, and I'm like, fairy tale is my life. Next to Naruto is my first life thing, and then fairy tale is my second, and then Clans is the ultimate top. But whatever. So I'm gonna do this fan fiction. It only has 5 parts. I'm gonna read all these 5 parts and see what time you're doing, and then I'm gonna read the other fairy tale sleepover one. Fairy tale, the sleepover. Mary Jane decided it would be a good idea to have a sleepover, more like a party, at Lucy's house. So many things could happen, but what do you think will happen? Find out in Fairy Tale the Sleepover. Why Lucy's house? Question number 1. Okay, the sleepover. Lucy's POV. As I walked into the guild, it was all the same. Natsu and Gray were fighting, Juvie was staring at Gray, Kana was drinking, Elfman was yelling about being a man, Bizka and Alzak were playing with Azuka, and lately, Mary Jane was at the bar. When she saw me, she turned her attention to me and smirked. "Oh, Lucy!" she yelled, gesturing for me to go to her. Considering she smirked, I didn't know if I should, though I decided to just see what it was about. "Lucy, I have a proposal. If you agree, I'll give you 20,000 Joel." Mara said mischievously. I didn't trust her tone or the smirk when she looked at me, but I need the jewel to pay rent. Will you tell me what it is first? I asked, hoping she said yes. "Nope," she responded. I sighed. Now she could be telling me to do anything. I sat there for a while, and Mara could tell I was thinking about it. "Is 20,000 not enough? Then how about 25,000? She said courageously. "Deal," I shouted, slamming my fist on the bar counter. "Okay, if you have a 2-day sleepover with Natsu, Gray." Said that so weirdly. "Natsu, Gray, Juvia, Erza, Jalal, Gagio, Levy, Wendy, Roman, Luxa, and maybe me. Depends if Loxus is going," Mary Jane said, though I couldn't quite hear the last sentence. Never mind, it's nothing. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Okay, I see where this is going. Maybe. If I'm wrong, then y'all are gonna laugh at me. But, hear me out. She technically has gotten all the ships that could be possible, like Natsu and Lucy, Gray and Juvia, Erza and Jalal, Gagio and Levy, Wendy and Roman and Loxus and Mary Jane. 2 days of saying what will happen. I am questioning, should I read on? A sleepover? That's it? I asked. Surely Mara wouldn't pay me 25,000 Joel just to have a 2-day sleepover with everyone. It's not everyone. You forgot Elfman, Kana, Lizana. Oh, maybe Lizana? Maybe Lizana's there? And then the 2 other couples. But anyways. Except there's a catch. I have a bag full of items and a book. Inside the book is a list of things you must do in the sleepover. If not all of them are done, you won't get the 25,000 Joel. But if all the things in the book have been done, you'll get the Joel. You can only look in the bag when everyone has arrived at the sleepover. The sleepover will also be at your house, Mary told me, passing the bag, passing the bag to me. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I guess I can't back out now. I'll go and invite everyone, I replied. Perfect. Okay, I said that mischievously. I'm like, perfect. Anyways. Mary Jane's POV. Mara, I invited everyone and they're all coming except Loxus. He said he's busy. Lucy told me as she walked back in. She wasn't carrying the bag anymore, though I just guessed that she left it at her house, considering it was probably really heavy. Okay, so, why is it heavy? I would come, but Elfman and Lozana want to take me somewhere tonight, so I can't. I lied. I only wasn't coming because Loxus isn't. Because you like him. Oh, okay, so about that book thing. We have to do everything inside of it? Lucy questions. Yep, and you remember what happens if you don't. Once you've done something, you need to check it off the list unless you want to do it again, I said, responding, smiling. Okay, well, I'm going to head off and get ready. Bye, Mara, Lucy said as she left the guild hall. Bye, Lucy. Have fun and make sure you do everything in the book, I yelled to her, and she stuck a thumbs up at me. Oh my gosh. I'm scared because I don't know what it's in the book. I don't know what was in the bag. And I don't know why she made all these people come. I'm questioning everything. Okay. Let's carry on. Oh, this is no POV. Truth or dare? It was 6:30 p.m. and everyone had arrived. All right, let's get this party started, Lucy yelled. Everyone else in the room cheered. The landlord's not going to be happy. Even though all of them were incredibly nervous, Lucy grabbed the bag and opened it, her eyes widening at the thing she saw in there. I would have opened the bag before the party was started. You know, like maybe at 4 o'clock. I don't know. Her eyes widened at the thing. I would have been nervous too. I'm so nervous right now. But she didn't tell anyone what she saw, just so she could keep it a secret. She lunged her hand into the bag and grabbed the book. All right, this book has everything Mara wants us to do for the next 48 hours. So let's start, Lucy said, holding the book in the air. She opened the book and read out the first thing she saw. Truth or dare? The blondie said. Rude. All right, who's starting? Natsu asked. I think Lucy should start. I think Lucy should start, since this sleepover is in her house, Levi replied. I'm saying Levi when I'm meaning Levi. Levi replied, okay, I'll start then. Wendy, truth or dare? Lucy asked Wendy. Truth, Wendy responded. Okay, if you had to save someone, who would you save? You can't choose Clara, and your maximum is 2 people. Though, they don't have to be part of our guild, Lucy said, smirking at Wendy. Mest and, Romeo. Wendy said so quietly everyone had to lean in to hear it. All right, Wendy, it's your turn, Natsu said, noticing how Wendy and Romeo were both. Either it's Roman, it's not because it doesn't have an N at the end, and then I'm guessing it's Romeo. We're blushing, period. Okay, Natsu, truth or dare? Wendy said, sounding more confident. Dare, Natsu said, and standing up confidently like, I'm here, I'm picking dare. No one can stop me. Stop me. Okay. I dare you to give Lucy a piggyback ride, Wendy said, smiling at them. Natsu started to blush. So did Lucy. Levy sneak. I can't do it. sneakily got her phone out and recorded Nazi carrying Lucy around the room. Gazio saw, but he found it hilarious. Anyway, so he didn't say anything. Nazi stopped carrying Lucy and proceeded to truth or dare someone. Gray, truth or dare? Nazi yelled, pointing at Gray. Dare. I'm saying this so aggressively. Gray said. Julia started wishing it would involve her. Okay, I dare you to I dare you to wear a pink dress and crown, stand in the middle, and let everyone take photos of you, Nazi said, stopping to laugh himself. What? No! Gray yelled. Why? Are you too chicken, Ice Princess? Nazi asked smirkingly. All right, fine, Gray responded, when suddenly Gazio threw a pink dress and Jalal threw a pink dress and crown at Gray. Don't ask. Just like, don't ask where I got it from. Give him one of Lucy's. I would have said I would have dared Gray to get in, put on one of Lucy's outfits. She barely wears clothes, okay? Like, girl, you have problems. Everyone stared at him, wondering why he had those, but it didn't matter. Gray came back into the room in the dress. Everyone, especially Natsu, bursted into laughter. Look, you're really an ice princess now, Natsu shouted, laughing at him. It's like, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Can I put my normal clothes back on now? Gray asked, frowning. Julia thinks you still look amazing. Giovanna muttered. Only Gray and the Dragon Slayers heard her, though. 20 rounds later. Okay, we've all been embarrassed forever, so let's play the next game, Lucy said. Well, what is the next game, Lucy? Erza asked. I don't know. Depends on what the book says, Lucy answered, smiling. Like, sweet, innocent Lucy. Not that innocent if she reads the Book of Doom. And call it a doom. Hope you enjoyed this chapter. If you want to know all the truths and all the dares the characters got asked, here's a list. If not, skip and finish this chapter. Round 1, Wendy, truth. Question. Okay, that's one. Sue, Mason, Roma. Pick round 2, Gray, Princess. 4. Okay, I'm gonna read these off. If you don't want to, you can just skip the video. Round 4, Erza, dare, sit in Jalal's lap for the next 6 rounds. Round 5, Juvia, truth. If Gray ended up dating a different girl, what would you do? Kill her. Wow. Lucy, truth. Question. If everyone in this room was going to kill you, who would you choose? They can be in this room. They can be in this room to protect you. Natsu. Well, I mean, Natsu would be an obvious choice because Natsu and Lucy have been together from the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but beginning of the whole now fairy tale thing. Romeo, dare. Play 7 minutes in heaven with Wendy. Jalal, truth. Question. Why did you have to have that princess dress and crown? Because Erza. Gajiel, dare. Say Natsu Dragonil is the best mage, and I will never be able to win a battle against him. Round 10, Levy, truth. Question. Do you like pet, jet, or door? As in like. No. Round 11, Lucy, dare. Before we go to sleep, tell Natsu and Juvia you're dating Gray. First tell Gray so he doesn't get confused. Levy texted this to Lucy. Gray, truth. Do you like someone in this room? Yes. Okay, I got a good idea. Here it is. Truth. Natsu, truth. When you were younger, did you like lasagna? Yes. Lucy be jelly. Okay. See, this is what I mean. I'm confused. Roman, truth. Question. Have you ever read a book in your life in your free time? No. Round 15. Errors at truth. If Jalal became villain, would you kill him? No. Jalal, dare. Call Merida and tell her you're leaving crime sorcerer. You can tell her to dare after she acts. Jivia, dare. Say I will never love Gray ever again 10 times. Levy, dare. Text the guy you like. Wendy, dare. Kiss Roman on the cheek. Romeo on the cheek. 20. Gajio, were you jealous because me? Wendy, and Natsu had exceeds. Answer, yes. Game ends. I'm going to pause it until I'm back. I went everywhere trying to do something. The Masters game. Alright, the next game is... Oh God, Lucy said, reading what Mary Jane wanted us to play next. Lucy, what is it? Natsu asked curiously. The game is the Masters game, Lucy said, wondering if the 25,000 droll is worth it. But now that she's announced it, Erza definitely won't let her back out. Not that game. Everyone except Erza, Roman, and Angela yelled. For the people that don't know how to play this game, I'll read what Mary Jane put. Erza said, grabbing the book from Lucy. Game 3, the Master's game. In this game, there is a pot of pallets. One has a crown on. If you get this palette, you're the master, and the rest have to have a number on it. The master would say something like, number 4 must give number 8 a piggyback ride. Round 1. Who will be the master? The group yelled together, whistling, pulling out a palette. I'm the master, Erza shouted, whistle, having her own mini party. Alright, number 1 must purr while number 5 tickles their chin. Erza said, smiling at everyone. Roman then bent over as Nazi started to tickle his chin. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just can't do it. Read it on your own accord. Yeah. Or yeah. Or whatever you want to put, bro. Roman said, and I'm unamused. Everyone else started laughing at them. Then again, who wouldn't? Round 2. Oh, I'm the master, Grace said, looking at his palette. Okay, number 3 must act like drunk Juvier for the next 2 rounds. How horrible, Wendy said in a sad tone, pretending to cry. I cry when I'm drunk? Juvier asked as soon as she said that. All the boys in the room just sat there and nodded. Wow. Round 3. I'm the master, Wendy said, still pretending to cry. Number 1, give me a piggyback ride, Wendy said, smiling. Gajo then let Wendy jump on his back as he carried her around the room. I wish that was me, Levi muttered to herself. Jelly! Lucy asked Levy, nudging her. Levy immediately started blushing. No, Luchon, you didn't hear that, Levy shouted, waving her arms around. I'll pretend I didn't. Lucy responding, ringing at Levy. 7 rounds later. We've all been master once, and we've all been embarrassed now, so I think we can stop, Lucy said, noticing how everyone looked like they were drunk, even though none of them were. It's late, so we'll play the rest of the games tomorrow, Erza said, and everyone agreed. Hope you enjoyed. Okay. Sleepy pranks. Lucy's POV. Everyone else was asleep except me. I remembered when I looked in the book, it said to pull pranks on them while they were asleep. In fact, Mary Jane made a very specific list of pranks and who to pull them on. Though the first was for everyone, and this was to change the name on the contacts of each person's phone. Sorry guys, but I need to do this. I grabbed Natsu's phone and changed all his contacts. I then got the phones of the rest 8 and changed all the contacts. Though that's not the most extreme prank. Although when I was changing the contacts, I found some, let's say, interesting names for some people. Prank 1. The first prank is for Levy. Honestly, Levy didn't get such a bad prank, and it might not even freak her out, but who cares? Anyways, I grabbed bunny ears and a carrot from the bag that Mara wanted me to use for Levy's prank. The prank says to put the ears on her and put the carrot in her hand. I don't get why Levy got this prank instead of Wendy, but that doesn't matter. I did the prank and it shouldn't destroy our friendship. Prank 2. This one's on for Natsu and Gray. And honestly, it's probably one of the funniest. Though it might be kind of hard though, since both of them are topless. I won't have to do the awkward prank part. I pushed Natsu next to Gray so close they would have been able to feel each other breathing. I then made them wrap their arms around each other. I can't wait to see the reaction in the morning. Prank 3. This prank is for Wendy. It's really simple, honestly, and it's good that she's not heavy. As all I have to do is put her in my closet and wait until morning. She might freak out, but if she doesn't, it won't matter. Gray and Natsu will probably freak out the most. Prank 4. The fourth prank is for Erza. I had to use pinkish red paper and glue them to her face to make it look like she grew a bunch of zits overnight. I just hope I don't get murdered by Erza tomorrow. Prank 5. Prank 5 is for Jalal. All I have to do is fill my bathtub with cold water and put him in full clothes. Though I have to admit, I'd have to call Taurus to help carry him. Prank 6. This prank is for Romeo and Jalal. Mary Jane put a I love Levy and Wendy is my queen top in the bag for Romeo and Jalal Gaziel to wear. Also, a plushie of Levy and Wendy. I got the Levy plushie and top and put the top over Gaziel and then put the plushie in his arms. I did the same to Romeo. Wonder how the four will react. Prank 7. The last prank is for Juvia. I hope she has more than one gray doll. She probably does, because one's about to get destroyed today. The prank for Juvia is to cut the head off her gray doll and write on it, Gray's the worst person alive. Chances are I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. But hey, I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't continue this. I'm clearly not made for writing fairy tale books. I'm not creative enough, and I'm not calling characters while keeping them to their personality. I still have to continue writing books, but my okay. So that was the end of that, I believe. Yeah. Almost done. This has 10 parts. I know. Okay, I don't know what time I'm doing. 24 minutes? I'm doing great. Okay, so this is another sleepover one. Yes, I know there are already 1,000 stories like this, but yeah. Mary Jane plans a sleepover and invites all her friends to the sleepover and plans to make her ship sail. Ship set in stone. But Lasagna plans to make a ship of her own sail. Can they survive the she-devil and her sister's craziness to make it through the night? Mostly Golly, it's Gaziel X Levy, Sting X alright, but I don't know. Nalu, Natsu X Lucy, Raka. I don't know that one. That the Gerza is Jalal X Erza Groovia. That's a funny name, but it's Gray X Juvia. Rowan, which is Romeo X Wendy. Mara Oxus. It's Mara Jane and Loxus. Before we start, I'm gonna put it in. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to take a few. Back from my little break of getting water. As you can tell, my voice sounds not as raspy as it did before. Mara's plan. Mara's POV. I was serving my fellow guildmates beer when I heard a blonde mage ask for the usual, a strawberry and vanilla smoothie. I like strawberry and vanilla. Maybe I've never tried them together, I don't believe. So smoothie with a small whirl of whipped cream on top. I made the drink quickly, having the recipe memorized by now, and handed it to the mage. Hey, Lucy, you want to have a sleepover over at your house? I asked after she had taken her first sip. Sure, why not? Half my team already invites themselves over. I smiled at the last part, mostly because it was true, but I have been wanting to host a sleepover. I mean, I might be blocking the thingy. The thing you can hear me clearly with. I mean, it's the perfect way to have my ship sail, of course. With a little nudge, I dunked under the counter and picked up a pile of invitations for the party. Here, can you hand these out? Lucy's POV. Proverb, basically. Mara dropped a pile of white invites in front of me. Had she been planning this, knowing her probably, I smirked at my own comment, then set off to hand out the invites. Luckily, they had names on them, so I wouldn't be playing Guess Who invitation themed. I saw Gray, Natsu, and Gajio fighting like children. I walked over to them, try and slip them out, yeah, that didn't happen. I ended up failing and on butt and only dropped a few invitations. Natsu, Gray, Gajio want me to get Erza over here? I shouted. Gray and Natsu stopped. Gajio just did his stupid laugh. These are invites to a sleepover. Mary Jane's hosting. I handed them their invites and walked off to go find the rest of the invited people. What did you just have to give to Gracema? I was stopped in my tracks by Juvia. Oh, hey, Gasp. Was it a love letter? No, Juvia, it's an invite to Mara's party. Oh, thank you. Thank you, love rival. For the last time, I don't like Gray. I sighed, knowing that she'll never let this go till I'm after someone. I walked off to go find Lox's Jalal. Oh, Big Slow. Wait. It should have been Elfman and Evergreen. Because in the thing, they look perfect for each other. But whatever. Fine, Luxus, Jalal, Big Slow, Evergreen, and Erza. I found the Thunder League and gave them. What the hell is this? Luxus said, holding up the invite. It's an invite to a Mary's sleepover at my house, I said to him. Oh, and I think Mara's already got Elfman and Lasagna coming to the party. Okay, maybe it's not Big Slow and Evergreen. Maybe it's Big Slow and Lasagna. Okay, whatever. Oh, and I think Mira's already got Elfman and Lasagna coming to the party, I said, looking at over ever, and Big Slow. Evergreen blushed 50 shades of red, and Big Slow just looks confused. So did his babies. I looked at Freed, being the only one empty-handed. I felt so bad, Freed. Freed, you can talk to Mary about an invite, I said, smiling. I walked try off to try to find the last two and found them together, of course. Hey guys, these are from Mara. They're invitations to a party. I handed them the invitations. Thanks, Lucy. I don't know who we're talking about. She looked down at the rest of my invites. You still have more. Yeah, I have to head out to some other guilds. Want to come? Sure, why not? She got up and said bye to Jala, and so when do we get to? Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just agreeing with everything now. She got up and said bye to Jala, and we set off. We first set off to Mermaid Hill. We only had 2 invites for that guild. We got to the guild hall, and I was about to knock, but Erza burst in and hugged Curio, knocking her to the ground. Hey, Erza! Curio said, standing up. Hi, Erzy, Where'sy, Milana says, hello, I think Lucy has something for you, Curia. Erza said, looking back at me. Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten for a second about the invite. Here you go. I handed her the invite. We got to Sabretooth and knocked on the guild door. Frost answered. Hey, Frost, is anyone here? Erza asked. No, but I can take those. She pointed at the invites. I gave. Who the heck is Frost? I don't know who's Frost. Oh, Frost is a little frog thingy-majig. Frog, cat, alligator, chicken thing. Okay. I thought Frost was a guy. Wrong. Oh, but make sure your guild mates get them, I added. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I will. She waved goodbye and we left. She's so cute, I know, right? We talked about how cute Frost was for the rest of the walk about. When we got back, I walked to Mara and said that I handed out all the invites. Then I said goodbye to my other guildmates. I walked home along the side of the river and laughed at the riverman's comment as how I'll fall in. I was worried about the party, but glad I was worried because well, Mara was hosting it. But I was glad that, well, it's a sleepover with all my friends. I got to my house and went in. I flopped on the bed. I didn't take a shower. I just fell asleep. I'm going to end it there. I don't think I will continue reading it to y'all, but if you do, I will come and do that. So yeah, see y'all later. I'm gonna read it first.